Hi, everybody, and welcome to Altar Stays with Rachel. And I'm Rachel. I was just checking to make sure I had my phone on silence because we know how I am, right? So, how are y'all doing? How is everybody? Guess what today is? Today's May 1st. So excited. Well, Carol, here we are. Hey, Kelsey. Hey, Jennifer. The party is here, Carol. The party's within, inside of you. It's just so funny, Carol, because again, I'm just having this imaginary conversation with you, Carol. So, I mean, Kelsey, you too, but I just keep saying Carol's name. So I was at the chiropractor today and they were talking about that Netflix show Outer Banks and how they're always searching for gold. And she goes, I don't know why every show it's about this, they're searching for their gold, the lost treasures. And I said, because that's what life is. We're constantly, searching for something when, it's always within us all times. So right now I'm searching for some energy and I know it's all within me somewhere. So how is everybody? I think everybody is a slow go. I know down we have a little amphitheater and on Mondays they're just starting back up with their at the mill. So they have like food vendors, supposed to be farmers and things like that. Haberjeep. And so I was so excited because I was going to go down there and get all kinds of really good food. No. By the time I got down there, all I got was a boiled hot dog with some nasty chili. So Kelsey, it's been a rough week body-wise. And now my nose is running, y'all. Who knows? All right. So I was sitting here thinking, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? And yeah, I got these really cool cards because I want to start doing intimate tarot. And it is sexual magic tarot. And of course, it's not sex magic, but these cards remind, can't show that one. Okay, we can show this one. These cards remind me of like the novels I used to find at my grandmother's house whenever I was little. I had no idea. I was like, what is this? But now I realize that it was like, granny porn. It was the erotic versions of the men showing up and I just had no idea. So that's what some of these images remind me of. But some of them I'm like, dang. I mean, some of these are like, dang. So I think I'm going to pull some of these cards to kind of lighten it up. They do have different meanings, so I will have to look them up in the book. So Kelsey, because I love picking on you, you're going to go, okay? I'm already feeling better knowing I can pick on Kelsey. It's okay. You're a nurse. Well, I'm gonna get the bigger version too. So, hi, Izzy. But yeah, some of these things like dang. Carol, it's okay. I played a nurse one time too. Oh, doctor, what is it? What could ever be wrong? This is not this show, guys. Okay, so let's see what can we do. Okay, so I know everybody's talking about today with Pluto going retrograde, a Capricorn going retrograde, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And then we're having a big eclipse on May 5th. And y'all, I love May 5th. First of all, it's Cinco de Mayo, Taco Day. Second of all, it's the day that my dad passed away. And of course, I don't love it for that reason, but it is this standout date. So I know that, May 5th, it's that day. And so whenever I look at my dad's death, I don't think, oh, it was, tragic or whatever. I mean, it was. But I also, I think it was Sylvia Brown. She's the first one who said that you have exit points, or you can have like checkout points. That there's 4 of them. And I think Wanda. Oh, it's fine, Izzy. It's been a while, but thank you. I appreciate that. And so with my dad, I mean, I was literally conceived while my dad was in the full body contraction. I don't know how many lives he had. He got pinned in between a loader, a big old wrecking ball hit him on the head. He had all these crazy times. He had wrecks when he could have died, and he never did. He just like kept ticking. He was like the Energizer Bunny. And how he finally passed away was he jumped into a lake and broke his neck. And I know it's like, oh, well, why are you saying it like that? Because we had grew up going to this lake, and he always talked about how shallow it was. And, it's a shallow lake, shallow lake. And so for him to jump into the lake and break his neck, like, well, yeah, we've heard, whatever. But so, the weirdo that I am, I love May 5th. That's a good time that I remember my daddy. And so May 5th is a good day. Well, when my daughter kind of went a little sideways, which I know everything works out, and I know I'm having a little TED talk right now, so y'all just listen to me. So my daughter had got pregnant whenever she was 16 and just kind of left, and didn't hear anything from her. She's my stepdaughter, but I've had her since she was 2. And got pregnant and just left, got married. So didn't have really any communication with her. And my father-in-law was living with us at the time. So I didn't give it to God. I was like, it's going to be fine. It's all going to work out. I'm not going to worry about it. Well, I was sitting in the living room, and I could hear my father-in-law's phone ring, and it was like 11 o'clock at night. And I was like, oh, Shay is having her baby. Because she wouldn't call us, but she's going to call her grandfather that lived with us. And it was on May 5th. And I was sitting there on the sofa because Todd was at work. And I was like, you think you done ran off from me and had this little baby. But guess what? He was born on May 5th, which is the day that my dad passed. So we always connected. Like, we're connected. You can't get rid of me. And I say that to say this. My mom, who has been married to this man, abusive man, crazy. They've been married forever, almost like 30 years. And her divorce is final on May 5th. And she is upset about that because it's, the death day of my dad. And I'm like, hell no, that is a celebration. If that's not confirmation of everything is working out the way it's supposed to be, like, my daddy could not have picked a better day. So anyway, I say all that to say I love dates. So very cool. But I don't even know what I was talking about now. Oh yeah, about everybody being drained and tired. I know Todd has had a rough past couple days, and a lot of people have a rough couple days. So it seems like there's this bipolar energy, either like you're extremely high or you're extremely low. And I know here in Georgia we had some rain, and I was excited about that because it seemed like it toned everything and washed everything down. But today it just hit, and it was crazy. Like I have been struggling, and I haven't been able to think. So I really think that it is between whatever's going on planet wise today and whatever's going to happen on May 5th. So super excited. Super excited. So, um, anyway, I'm trying to think about what I can pull cards with because now that I talked about this deck, then I followed up with a conversation about my dad. I doesn't want to seem like I'm like a psychological issue, like weirdo. But so it feels like there's a lot of chaos right now, which has felt that way for a while. But it feels like we need to find something for inspiration. Okay. Something that gives us our little pep in our step, something that ignites our fire, something that just pushes us, elevates us, okay? And what elevates us is love and creativity. So we're going to use these cards along with some other one. Yes, it's the same way. It's the same way. Brigitte, I was going to do so many things today, and I laid in bed for like an hour. And I know that it probably doesn't seem significant, but yeah, and I really, yeah, and I've wanted to eat a lot tonight too. Like I said, I was hungry, but I want to eat more and more and more. So I know it's also that thing of not feeling satisfied and wanting something comforting. So yeah, it's almost like I want to just go home as well. So we are going to set the intentions of what we can do to help bring passion, self passion. We'll call it self passion. Things that are going to light our fires. Okay. And we are going to do it with angels and ancestors, tarot, and a sex magic card. And see, I didn't even want to do this until I got on here with y'all because I knew y'all would love me and get everything going. Okay, so the first one is who is here? Oh, this is the other thing too. Oh, I'm gonna tell you who is here. Energy we are in. I can't talk about that. Light your fire. I know. Okay, so I'm going to do angels and ancestor about who's here to help us. And then the energy that we are in, which will be my sex magic tarot cards, and how to light our fire, which is going to be the regular tarot cards. Okay, that's what it's going to be. So exciting. Hi, Beth, and welcome. Beth, we're kind of doing like a funky thing tonight. Kelsey, you drove yourself to work today. A coworker noticed and asked if I was doing okay. I'm just drained and tired of hurting, but keep pushing through. I'm sorry, Kelsey. Okay. Yeah, it's really kind of crazy because I'm not going to talk about it on here. Oh, well, I'll talk about it anyway. Since we're talking about people passing, I had a friend that passed away under strange circumstances. And of course, I know they're not strange. I know what happened. And she has been around a lot here lately. and her death was never solved. It was ruled a suicide, but we know that's not the situation. And so I was laying in bed, I guess yesterday, and I felt really compelled because they have created a page in her honor to, and help search for the truth. So I was laying in bed, and I kept hearing, go to her Facebook page, go to her Facebook page. I was like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not doing that. And so I finally did. And I was like, oh, her death date. I'm just all morbid talking about death dates. Her death date is coming up soon. And so what I would really like to do is channel her, but have somebody here that can walk me through that. Because I kind of know some stuff, and I just want clarity on this, because I'm going to pass it on to authorities, or I'm going to pass it on to other people. The problem is the authorities that are involved have realized now that it's not what they seemed, not the truth they was told, and they listened to family members, and now it's deeper than what they can handle. So yeah, I had to share with y'all. Okay, back to this. Take a sip of courage. Okay, Kelsey, this is you. Oh my God, that would be so good, Jennifer. Yeah, I mean, this happened, I guess, whenever you was living in Douglasville. So it's been that long, and they have a child that was TJ's age, and I was thinking about her last. Yeah, anyway. Back to Kelsey. Kelsey. Okay, so who is here, ancestor or ancestor wise, for Kelsey? And what is the energy that Kelsey is in? Kelsey. Okay, Kelsey. So the ancestor or the angel or ancestor, with the Kyle Gray cards, this is somebody who's a trader. And so I would say that this is a spirit guide, and it's a spirit guide. And this looks like I would like to call the apple cider vinegar. It is the spirit guide who does everything. Or can do everything. They're like the general contractor. So whoever, if you have your spirit guides and have a team, this is the one that kind of helps you with everything. And this is really kind of makes sense, because I know that you don't know what's going on, and you don't know what direction to go. So he's going to be like the main one that stands there and kind of like pushes you to where you need to go without you need to know. Okay. Oh my gosh, already. So Kelsey, you have the King of Wands, the Devil, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, this is the energy that you in. And I mean, y'all, look this card. Can y'all see that? This is some hot mess cards, right? Y'all just bear with me, because I really am tired, okay? But this is going to be good. And I might not get to everybody, but it just is what it is. Okay. All right. So Kelsey, you got the Devil. Okay. So the Devil, it is magnetism. It's a liberating orgy. Okay. Eros is a grandiose force thing. When deviated, becomes dangerous. It risks deception, betrayal, and blackmail. So, Kelsey, what this really feels like is that, and I know that you've had a couple jobs here lately. I mean, not like a lot of jobs, but you've been going through the ringer with these jobs. And it really kind of feels like that you always think that something is better out there. And I'm not saying that the jobs have been bad. I think you're just putting so much pressure on to find the perfect thing. And remember, whenever I was saying earlier that everybody is searching for the gold or the buried treasure, and that is actually within us, you know? So keep that in the back of your mind. Okay, so what can Kelsey do to light her fire? What can Kelsey do to light her fire? So, Kelsey, what you can do to light your fire is move on to common waters, okay? So, Kelsey, to sit here and say that you're not happy because of life circumstances and that you're always chasing a bigger and better thing, you're chasing the greener pastures and all that, and then to say what to light your fire is to move on, then I would say it's actually that what is lighting your fire is knowing that this ain't working. I'm searching for something new. And I don't want to say that's drama, but and I'm not being mean. I'm not saying that, but it feels like the drama. So I don't know if your passion lies in that drama or lies in that energy of looking for something more, looking for something better, and oh, it's coming, oh, it's coming. So kind of like that energy of always chasing things. So Kelsey, I'm telling you, you need to be creative and you need to do things that just are way outside your comfort zone. You need to be creative. But that's what it feels like is that you're chasing it's the fun, it's the part of it of like knowing, hey, this I don't want this anymore. I want something else. I know it's out there. Then you're constantly looking, you're hoping, you're talking about it. But it kind of feels like and I'm saying drama, but I don't want to be mean about it. So I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know if it's the expectation of saying, hey, this isn't working for me and I need to find something else. So I don't know if that's what you like and like you're creating things. So I'm telling you, you just need to find something creative, something that is creative and do that. Heck, Kelsey, I thought you was going to be easy. I didn't want to say you was going to like in drama. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It feels so it's something about the chase, you know. You know how whenever they say that men, need to chase women because it's like they're the predators and they're this and it's like, hey, I can catch that or no, I'm not going to get it. That's how it kind of feels. It feels like it's the chase for you. Yeah, and I mean it's not drama, but it's kind of like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like it's everything. It's like this isn't working for me. I want something else. Then you start looking and then you're talking about it and then you're finding something else. So it's like that whole, I guess, drama or whole process. So that's what it kind of feels like. But yeah, you need to move to calmer waters. And I think that calmer waters is your creativity. Like the power is within you. Quit chasing that power. Quit chasing the things that you think is going to make you happy. Because I think if you find something creative that you love doing, that's where you're going to find your passion and your creativity. Okay. And thank you, Kelsey, for letting me pick on you because I don't want you to think I'm being mean. I'm not, but I just don't know another word besides drama. Okay, who else? Who else? All right, Carol. Carol, Carol, Carol. Carol, Carol, Carol. Okay, Carol. So the person who is going to help you is an oracle. And so I see this as a guide This is somebody who is somebody who you normally wouldn't call on all the time. This is somebody who would like stay in reserve. So it even feels like your higher self. Calling on somebody like that, your higher self that is going to help you do this, okay? So it's the Oracle. Then it is followed by the Three of Cups. And I can't show that picture long, okay? The Three of Cups. This is about passion, the magic of the egg. The egg is a promise of life. It indicates improvement, success in love, and relief from heartbreak. So this is the energy that you're in now. Passion. And how to light your fire with that, again, is the Six of Swords, moving on to calmer waters. So I'm asking, because it doesn't seem like this energy is bad, and I'm asking, what are you supposed to do with this? And what it feels like this is just a time period that you're in, and that you're supposed to just, like, you know, whenever you talk to your higher self and you're asking, hey, what does this passion mean? If this is the energy that I'm in, what does this mean? Like, how is this bad? Because it's not like you're too passionate. This is just, it really feels like a learning stage that you're in. And instead of actually moving out of it, it feels like you're supposed to dive into it and learn more about this passion, about So, Carol, I know you're a nurse, but this has got the egg reference and the womb reference. So I'm actually kind of wondering if you are doing some kind of holistic studies, or you are doing some kind of studies about yoni and emotions, because I know they have those yoni eggs. And I'm sorry if this is like a trigger for people, or if this is like too much and they don't want to talk about things like this. I'm wondering if, like, because people they'll put crystals, like they have yoni eggs, but they do the womb care. So I'm wondering, Carol, if you're supposed to be learning about that, or you are learning about that, or you're learning more about the womb and the emotions that it carries, and you're supposed to learn about that. And this is what you need to do. Like, you need to take this information and take it out. Like, you need to learn this information and bring it out to the masses, or you need to bring it out to people, so people realize that, hey, it's not an emotional dump down there, and that's what people don't realize. And they need to be more mindful of their energy, that who they let who they share energy with. And that really feels like that would come from a higher essence of you, or an oracle, because these aren't conversations that you would just have with anybody. So, Carol, I have a feeling that that would help light your passion. And again, I'm sorry if these are triggers for people. Okay. All right. All right, Brigitte, I'm just going to I'm just going to say it's okay if I give you a reading, because I think I missed you last time. All right. Who is here to help Brigitte? And what is the energy that Brigitte is in? I love these cards. Yo, I'm shuffling these, and this is the third time this card has come up, okay? It is what it is. So obviously we're supposed to learn this information and take it out into the world. Okay, Brigitte, this is for you. So the energy that is here to help you is the mountains. And it says stand your ground. But really, what this feels just like nature. This feels like the stone people. This feels like the mountains. It feels like things that um, I know we've talked before, we've talked about trees, but this feels like it's more of the mountains. So whether it's the stone people, um, it feels like that energy. And that energy to me is old. It is, I don't know. I love mountains. And it's weird because whenever we go places, I'll always take pictures and either of trees, but I'll take pictures of mountains. And Todd's like, who are you taking a picture of? I'm like, I'm just taking a picture because it's really kind of cool. Then I'll go back and look and I'll see all kinds of faces in the mountains. I'm like, oh, there's a mountain people. There's the people in the mountains. That's the reason why I was taking a picture. And I love that because they have this old energy and it's like, it's ancient, it's elder, but it's been here forever. And you can always they'll always be there. And they're really not going to kind of change either. So call on that energy because that's what's going to help you. Okay. And the energy that you are in now is the King of Swords. Okay. This King of Swords is a pretty cool card. So this is the King of Swords, and I'll just show it just for a second. And he is the energy of fondling. Okay. The magic of the black orchid. Love is made of strength. True love is capable of going beyond strength, but there are different kinds of strength. Okay. And what is going to light your fire, again, is the Six of Swords, moving on to calmer waters. But it really feels like taking this information and carrying it out. And so what this is feeling like, Brigitte, is to realize there's different kind of love. There's different kind of love. To love whoever it is, wherever they are, and at whatever capacity you can. Um, and I know I don't know, it just feels like like love change. Love doesn't change. I don't know how am I saying that? Love is love, but how we love, I don't even know, guys. I think how we share our love, which I know this is more like an elevated group, so I think you'll kind of get what I'm trying to say, because love is love, but how we love and how we can love kind of changes as we get older. Because I think when we're a certain part of life, we love wholeheartedly, and it's just, we give so much. And then we start to learn, hey, I still love you, but it's from a distance. Okay. So it kind of feels like that. Like you're going to be able to teach people, or you're going to even learn, hey, I have to love you differently. I'm still going to love because that's what I want to do and that's who I am, but I have to love you differently. Okay. And so what is going to light your fire is, again, taking this information out into the world. And honestly, Brigitte, what I've seen was, how, like here lately, it seems like there are gaps in generations missing. Like grandparents are raising the grandkids because the mom and dad is just, out, or they're not around, or they're passed away, they're, incarcerated, or they're just don't care. And there's so many like aunts that are just gone. And then what upsets me about that, and even whenever, like the younger generation, it's like they don't have anybody to go to. They don't have really any elders to go to. And if they do have an elder to go to ask advice, the advice is going to be jaded because the elder that they're asking hasn't healed and they're still jaded from life. And that's how this kind of seems like, that you're going to become this elder of, like this community. And I'm not saying you're getting old, but it's like you become this person that people can come to for advice. And like you love them, and then it's not biased, you're not jaded, like you tell them what they really need to hear. You're not on a soapbox. You don't have a dog in the fight. You're really telling these people how to do what they need to do and how they need to cope with it. And I just kind of got the image of you doing that. So there you go, Brigitte. And I know it is, people keep saying this, but y'all, it really feels like we're being called up. It really feels like we're being called up. And I don't know what's fixing to happen or what's fixing to come up, but it really feels like we're fixing to be called up. And it almost feels like from people in the minor leagues going to the major leagues. That's what I mean by being called up. That's what that Six of Swords is like saying. All right. Elise. Okay. What does Elise need to know? Who is here to help Elise? Who is here to help Elise? And the energy, what is the energy that Elise is in? And how to light her fire. Okay. So, I'm learning these cards, so thank y'all for letting me learn on y'all, okay? Okay, Elise. So, again, what came up for you, what to help you, who to ask for guidance, where to go to guidance, again, is the mountains. And that's the same exact thing that I was talking to Brigitte about. This is that, it's that nature, it's the stone people. It is, it's just being in nature. It's just being, on a mountain or a rock, knowing that it's solid, and for the most part it is solid, but that it is solid and that you have a sure footing, and then that, and I also just got the image, Elise, that there are landmarks. So if you ever get lost, you can easily pick out a landmark, like little trail markers. So that was the kind of the image that I got, what you could use the mountain for, like as a trail marker. And the energy that you got is the Lover's card, which is Major Arcana, and that's what it is. Okay. And there's 3 people. So this is all about the Lovers is seduction, the red magic of plants. Nature is an unerring guide. Plants and animals are examples to be initiated. Magic perfume seduces and sustains is an important choice. Elise. So this is the Lover. It says all about seduction. It's all about the fragrance of life, things like the sweetness of life. Then what, how to light your fire is the Ace of Wands. Okay. So wands, this is jobs, employment, security. This is passion. This is fire energy. And so this is new beginnings. It is new inspiration, the urge to create. So, Elise, I really feel like you need to connect to the mountain people too, or the stone people, and whatever the mountains is. And that could be, big mountain range, or it could be something small. It doesn't have to be big. I love rocks. I got tons of rocks. I got tons of crystals, and just connecting with that, or just, imagine connecting to the energy of all the rocks in the ground, because all the rocks, they're all connected. I still see them as the same energy structure. So the energy that you're in is the seduction. And what it feels like is that you have kind of lost that sweetness of life, that you're looking for that sweetness of life. And, like you're trying to find it. You're trying to find that sweetness of life again. And I'm kind of wondering if you might have diabetes issues or sugar issues, if you're eating a lot of sweets, because that just popped in my head. And what is going to light your fire is you find something new and creative, literally a new project or inspiration that you can, light this fire with. And I'm actually wondering if you do anything with essential oils or if you bake. And I'm sorry, I'm hoping all this is kind of making sense or it seems somewhat copacetic, but I really feel like I'm all over. So it just is what it is. Okay. It is what it is. This is the fragmented part of Rachel that you get. So Carol, you make sense. You don't work in the ED anymore. You're coaching patients. That's really kind of cool. I'm glad you are, because it seems like, the patient advocacy or that patient advocate had kind of got lost. So I'm glad that you're doing that. All right, Pearl. Pearl, Pearl, Pearl. What does Pearl? Who needs to help Pearl? And the energy that Pearl is in. And how to light her fire. Okay. So Pearl, the energy that you're in is, or who is going to help you is She-Wolf. Okay. So this is Unleash the Wild Within. Pearl, you need to call upon your wilder side. You need to call upon that fun side. And just like we have that higher self that we talk to, there can be a higher self that helps us enjoy life, whether so I know a lot of people don't believe in spirit guides, and I really think that spirit guides are different aspects of us. And so with me, what I do is I have my one or two that I have and I talk to all the time. And then whenever I need a specific guide, I'll say, hey, I need a guide that can help me with this. And even if I don't know a specific name, I'll say that can help me with this and this and this and this. And usually somebody comes forth, And so whenever I see this She-Wolf, this reminds me of the wild person, the wild. She's still mature, she's still responsible, but she is that wildness, that carefree side. So I don't know how you would call upon that guide. I mean, you could literally say, hey, the She-Wolf, but like, I don't know. I would hate for the wild side, the carefree, like that one. And I'm sure you have words for that, okay? And the energy again that you're in is the Lovers. So it's the same one as before, that sweetness of life. It's like you're looking for that seduction. You're looking for that sweetness. It's like you want to be like the love is gone. Because I know whenever we think of seducing, we think of like love and intimacy, but it's really not about sex. It's that feeling. And I think we're all kind of looking for that. So if that's what you're looking for, Pearl, that's the energy you're in. And what's going to help light your fire or help you do this is the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, this is the energy of somebody who's always around. They're the elder. They are, this is like, somebody, they are the pillar of their community. Okay, so how? So, okay, Pearl, you said used to be too wild. Honestly, Pearl, that's what I was saying, because it feels like this is an extreme and this feels like an extreme. So maybe that's what it is. It's like you kind of, you quieted her down because this is where you needed to be. But I think being this person, makes you realize you got to have that balance. You got to have that wild side. And this wild side is what kind of excites you, what it's maybe fun. It's being that fun. It's okay. And like, Pearl, I was thinking like, being like a little flirty, I don't know. Like maybe, so this has like the perfume of flowers. So like if you get some of that perfume that has the pheromones in it, like, I don't know, Pearl. It just feels like something within yourself that you kind of need to find again. You need to reignite. You need to find that wild child again and say, hey, you can come out. You just have to be responsible about it. Come out, wild child. You love to flirt. There you go. Do it and have no shame, Pearl. No shame. Enjoy it. Okay. Who else we got? There's somebody else. Okay, Beth. Beth, welcome. I hope you're still here. All right. Who can help Beth? I literally mixed up these cards and I'm pulling the same one. So Beth, again, the she-wolf. It's that wild side. It's that fun. It's that flirty one. It's the one like I see her kind of like running around the campfire. I see her howling at the moon. She has this primal instinct, something about her that it's not caring. That's the thing. It is to like run through the forest naked and not care, So to be seen and not really care about that's kind of the energy, so whatever guide that can help you do that, I could imagine like on the other side at the spirit guide department, and then them like sitting there having orders and they're like, okay, we need a guide for a she-wolf. We need a guide like for we need a guide who is going to help her run naked through the woods and not care. And everybody's like, I ain't doing that again. I haven't done that since the 1800s. I'm not doing that again. Okay, so what is the energy that Beth is in? Okay, so Beth, the card of the energy that you are in is a Two of Wands, okay? And that's not a bad card. I mean, like picture-wise, okay? So Two of Wands is nearness, the magic of sliced bread, sharing every bite of food to unite with another without losing yourself, okay? And so how are you going to do this? And you are going to do this. I pulled the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is about moving on and moving on to higher ground. All right, Beth. So again, this, when you think about she-wolf, it's not that she's a loner, but she has her identity. And the energy that you're in now is basically like where you have meshed or you have blended in, where you've kind of lost your identity because you kind of morphed in with somebody. And that's what you kind of like need to break away from safely, safely. And you need to break away safely, because I was like, but how does this light her fire? How does this inspire her? Because it's the Eight of Cups about moving on to higher ground. But it's like really whenever you look at it, he has a staff, and so that could be like a walking stick and him moving on. So adventures. So that's what I'm calling this, Bev, is that you need to find that primal tribal part of yourself, whatever kind of tribal guide that might be, and kind of like pull, like separate from yourself, find your own identity. And you can do that by being like a little bit more adventurous. You being adventurous, doing things that you've never done before, not holding back. One of my most favorite times is I had, after like my divorce, I in my first marriage, and I was like, okay, because I had went to the fair with just a platonic friend, and I was like, I'm not going to say no. And so whether that was I ate whatever I wanted to eat at the fair, I rode kind of, whatever I wanted to ride, because again, these are rides that are put up, in a day, so I didn't want to like die. And I just, if they said, hey, you want to do this? I was like, yes, I do. Like, I didn't say no. And one of the most coolest feelings was we had just got off a ride. And I remember, and I was sitting there and I was just then on the platform. I had just got off, so I was kind of elevated and I was above people. And there was somebody that was out in the crowd. And I kind of locked eyes with them. And it wasn't like we had this meaningful romantic connection, but it was a person that I kind of like remembered because I had went to school with them. But it was just like in that moment, they're like, I see you. And it was kind of like, she is having fun. Like the smile was like a legit smile that I had. I was glowing, and like I knew that they recognized my happiness. And all that happiness was just because I had said, hey, I'm going to go to the fair because I love going to fairs, and I'm going to have fun. And it didn't involve drugs or alcohol. It probably involved funnel cakes and odd sideshows and riding all kinds of rides. And that is my dream date, evidently. So, but those are things that I would normally say, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. And I just said, I'm not saying no. And I had one of the best times. But I think it was because I quit putting these limitations on myself. And like I said, I still remember that, like that pivotal moment. And like I said, it wasn't because we had this connection with me and this other person. It was that connection within myself going, people see when you are happy, like you. Now I know we resonate or we have that vibration. It's like people see you. And that was really kind of cool. Really kind of cool. So thank you, Beth. Get out there, find your wild side, and be adventurous. Did y'all hear that? I don't know what that was, but we're just going to move right along. Brigitte, 1988 was your Naked in the Woods time. uh, well, it's like, but I mean, it's just like whenever I was talking about, I think to Brigitte, to love people where they are, we can have our wild wherever we are, because we know that it's not going to be running naked through the woods anymore. Not that we ever did, but it's going to be a different kind of wild. It's going to be wherever we are now, and it's going to be whatever we can. And because we all shift and change, so we might not want to run naked in the woods. We might want to just a different kind of free. So what is that freedom now? What would that freedom, what would that exhilaration, what does that look like to us now? What is that to us now? So whatever your version of running naked in the woods is, what that would be today, that's what it is. You know, it's like for the longest time, I remember seeing a commercial about a girl riding a skateboard, and I was like, I just love this commercial, and I was like, I really don't know why such a thing. It was her riding a skateboard. What? But no, it was that freedom. It was that something about her being on the skateboard that was freedom, that represented freedom. And so I was like, okay, well, the freedom of what? And I think it was just the freedom to be free, to be fluid, to be whatever. I think it was that kind of freedom. So maybe that's what that running naked in the woods is. It's that sort of freedom to be free, to be free of limitations, to be free of judgments, to be free of expectations. It could be that sort of free, you know. I think I think that's what it would be me right now, because that would be very empowering. Not that I really care what people think, but I still care what people think, you know. So yeah. All right, Izzy. Okay, Izzy, Izzy, Izzy. I'm gonna wake up in the morning and it's gonna be like, uh, well, such and such in New York and such in Kentucky. There's, we got New York woman and Kentucky woman. They ain't got nothing on, or Florida man ain't got nothing on them. They were found running naked through the woods or something crazy. All right, this is for Izzy. Izzy, Izzy, Izzy. Okay, who is here to help Izzy? And what energy is Izzy in? I'm telling y'all, I'm shuffling these cards. I'm mixing them up, so it's just kind of funny how they're going. Okay, so Izzy, the person that can help you, you know, your God or ancestor is the sage. Okay, so this is to be devoted and to be committed. Okay, um, again, this really feels like self-love and compassion. That's what he's feeling like. So I would ask for a guide who is self-love and and teaches you about compassion for yourself. Okay, first of all, I want to back up and say, don't ask for a guide or for that lesson to help teach you self-love and compassion, because then you might get this lesson that is, huh. So, so I think with this, you would be your guide. You are the sage, okay? Because you need to be devoted and you committed to yourself. So, Izzy, again, who you are looking for is yourself, okay? And it is followed by the Three of Cups. This is the energy you're in right now, okay? So, the Three of Cups, this is passion. The egg is the promise of life, it indicates improvement, success in love, and relief from heartbreak, okay? Again, I think this is all about creation of life and how to light your fire. Again, is to walk away, to find adventure, to set out on your own. So, Izzy, you are the sage. Tap into that higher self, that inner wisdom of what you need to know for self-compassion and self-love. Okay. Um, it it's almost, it really feels like, because this is like the creation of life. That's the kind of energy I'm getting off this, that you get to reinvent yourself, or that you want to reinvent yourself, or that you want to, I don't know if you've been learning about like, oh, I can create my reality, but it feels like there's something about this creation of life. So I don't know if you were doing this massive change where you're like, this is what I'm doing, I'm changing, or I want to change. And it's like creating your new life. I won't say a new identity. It just feels like a new part of you. Okay. And how to do that is going to be the Eight of Cups. And again, the Eight of Cups, it's moving on to higher ground, but this really just feels like a venture, stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing things that you normally wouldn't do. Because I mean, it kind of looks like it's at nighttime and it looks like he is climbing. So that's what it kind of feels like, that it's this adventure. And it feels like this adventure of newness, like this adventure of yourself. So I'm wondering, Kelsey, if like, I'm not Kelsey, I'm sorry. Freudian slip there. So I'm wondering, Izzy, if that your identity has been based on everything that everybody wants you to be, and it's time for you to create your own identity and you to be Izzy, and you be you, and you celebrate you, and you go out in the world and you show you. So that's, I think, where some of your passion and fire is. All right, guys, I guess I'm done. I'm going to see y'all maybe next Monday. Yeah, I'll see y'all next Monday. And I'm pretty sure Jennifer's probably going to be on tomorrow. No, thank you, Pearl. Thank y'all for coming and hanging out. I was so tired before I started, and I knew I would be able to pull through. And I knew, because I love y'all. I really do. I love y'all. I love the energy. I love the group. I love that I can share these kind of cards. I love how I can do these different kind of readings, explore these different kind of readings. So yes, thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming out and hanging with me. And I'll see y'all later. Bye, guys.